this poem. Nobody cares.
It doesn't matter.
Black history doesn't mean anything anymore because we're good.
Yeah, good like somewhere down the line our struggle as a people got lost in translation. Good like this right here don't matter no more because we're in a new generation.
I mean, Black history is just that. History. Nobody even cares about the roots of the trees because you never see them.
We hide them. Like our natural hair, we couldn't handle the stress, so we got relaxed. Permanently pressing these roots out of existence, weaving tracks upon tracks of oppression into our culture in efforts to add false extensions onto our future. Connect along to society's vision of what a black girl should be, destroying the very essence of what makes us
beautiful. Beautiful as the melody the Euphrates hummed as we sleep, knees deep in majesty. It never creeped upon us that we'd be anything else but royalty. But niggas never marveled over Molly, cause history's a bit too whitewashed for that. Too pristine to bear the ebony keys that create harmony. See, instead we just want to sound like everybody else. It's as if somebody told us that our half steps aren't welcome here, and that our come up was merely an accidental, but wasn't that how jazz was made? They won't want us to Coltrane anymore, nigga. Stop taking all those giant steps. You know nothing about a love supreme, see? We're a little bit too sharp to lessen tension and too flat to draw attention, so then men may never mention us, but even we regard Africa as merely a minor key.
We no longer dance to the same cadence as a heartbeat. Our souls don't make music the way they used to. Is this where we came from? African kings and queens with gold at our fingertips, proud chocolate brown skin, abundant in power, abundantly crowned, abundant as majesties, but somehow we lost sight of the authority we once held as our destinies, incessantly blinded by ignorance and greed.
We're blind and senseless. We're sentenced to use senseless, but I can hear something. I can hear the dry bones of whip lace-scarred men shrieking pleas, adamant that someone would finally hear their cries, would finally recognize their legacy. It's so deep within me, I can hear it. He says, tell them I watched my mother torn into shreds, crimson cascading down her charcoal back while ravens were the only ones allowed to mourn at her funeral.
Tell them that my blood stains deep in the soil of this very campus, and I pray that the footsteps I died for them to take are not in vain.
Tell them that my crime lay within my Y chromosome, and for my family's sake, I can never be a proper husband, priest, or father.
Tell them that I begged my master to just slit my throat and watch me bleed, but he laughed, saying, ain't no nigga around here getting freed.
So tell them that I sacrificed my soul for your future. But my skin has always been determined too dirty for an altar.
But you don't get it. You don't understand that this dirt that we come from has acted as the very foundation from which we've grown. See, we started from the bottom, now we're here. We started from the bottom, now my whole team here. But where are we exactly? In fact, we seem to have no idea what direction we're headed. Content with the mediocrity that the industry has presented as luxury, shackled to vulgar lyrics that shape the way that we communicate as our necks remain whipped to the rhythm that 2 Chainz dictates, and our greatest wishes become burials with the merchandise that we sold our souls for.
When I die, bury me inside a Gucci store.
And then we wonder why we've ceased our upward climb, and I have grown so tired of it, so fed up with the fact that Liberty Bells have laid so quiet. Violent collisions with complacency have silenced a people who once thrived with the wind, weaving the individual strands of our nature, those currents, whispering hymns to ears that have become weary with oppression. Freedom was once the sweet ambrosia that gladiator-like men died to taste, but they could only afford the layaway. They could only purchase promise with blood-baptized offerings and etch their eulogies into the memories of their children. But our apathy has left fresh dung upon their tombstones. Rosa didn't ride for this. Garvey didn't die for this. Martin didn't die for this. Malcolm didn't die for this. It's as if we're merely graffiti
plastered against the mural of a million-man march, our passion as superficial as spray paint as we forge our thoughts onto social media as empty as those spots under highways. It's as if somebody told you that your freedom could be bought with 140 characters, but no. Those tweets and hashtags won't purchase emancipation. Everybody wants to be an activist on Twitter, but nobody told you that that self-image that you're still painting is in the wrong medium. It will wash away with time, for that account will never be a Sistine Chapel. Channel Adam and reach out to God. God of our weary years.
God of our silent tears.
Thou who has brought us thus far on the way.
Thou who hast by
And I pray that we can let freedom ring again. And I pray that we can lift every voice and sing again.
Keep us forever.
I pray that we can free ourselves from the shackles on our ankles again.
We pray.